computer. Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Malva Gasowski, and I am the host of the International Parenting Summit series. This month's topic is conflict management at home. Almost daily, we come across situations that may sometimes elevate our adrenaline levels, either at work, and then we bring those negative emotions home, or at home, an odd sock here or there, plates not taken to the kitchen, or worse, more importantly, we don't agree on the values that we have in our family from our past ways we were brought up or the things that we believe in. So conflict management at home, it is a little bit of a corporate title. However, how do we manage it? How do we organize it? How do we make sure that we come out of it with a stronger and better relationship? I have two of my speakers here. I have Mary Wild and Melissa Corkum, and I'm super happy to have you ladies. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Melva.
Mary, can you tell me a little bit, what is your understanding of conflict management, taking into account your expertise with compassion parenting?
I think it's really important to have compassion for ourselves and also be thinking about maybe where our kids are coming from on a given day. You know, they come home after a long day of school, perhaps, and plop their backpack down, and sometimes all the emotion that they have contained for that day then spills out. And it's true that sometimes the inhibition of behavior is less, you know, on at home where we feel comfortable. And so we can initially take it as a compliment that our kids feel comfortable to express their emotions, but then we can help name emotions, we can help them process emotions in a healthy way. Because often as parents, our first reaction is to say, kind of shut that down, shut that big feeling down. And the feeling needs to be acknowledged, expressed, but we can guide our kids in doing it in a way that is respectful, productive, rather than hurtful and destructive.
And just as you were saying that, I had a vision of, depending on what soil does this child's expression of their big feeling land on, then it's either something that we're compassionate with and we're understanding, or we had a hard day ourselves. And this is just that last drop that makes this cup of tea that we're holding overflow. So it is quite interesting to know that depending also on our own management of our emotions, both positive and negatives, then this can flow into the relationship with our family. Melissa, can you tell me how that works from your understanding of conflict management at home, taking into account the fact that your topic is on knowing that you don't really have to be either or, neither the bad guy, nor the pushover. So how does that work with your speech?
Yeah, so I took a slightly different take on this. Instead of focusing on conflict between parents and children, I was thinking about something that my clients come to me with all the time, which is my partner and I are not on the same page. And there's a lot of conflict around how we handle really challenging behaviors. And so, of course, the parents are the foundation of so much that goes on in the home. We've talked a lot about that in previous episodes here, how our nervous systems affect different people, all our kids, our partners, our spouses. And so I think it's really important to have good tools to know how to handle conflicts in a healthy way between parents. So neither one feels like they have to compromise their own values, and we can still come together, be on the same page about how to parent our children, whether they're behaving well or not so well.
Exactly. Can you tell me one tip that you ladies use in your home and with your clients that helps people manage the rough waters of conflict? Mary, can you let us know?
Sure. So in my integrative medical practice, I focus on mind, body, and spirit, and I I recognize that sometimes we do have repair work to do in our relationships, and so I help my clients and I also help my own kids and remind myself that there is the possibility of repair when we have crossed a line or hurt somebody or somebody has hurt us. Um, and so often in families, we don't make it expressed that actual repair attempt. We just kind of step over a conflict that we've had and try to just move on without acknowledging it. But to actually communicate it and try to make things right, even just the magic words of "I'm sorry," "I forgive you," can be very powerful.
Right. Thank you very much. What about you, Melissa? What kind of one tip that you can share with us?
So this one's, probably not what we all want to hear, but honestly, if we do a quick inventory, we don't have control over a lot in our lives. We have influence, we don't have control. And the one person we actually have control over is ourselves. And often in conflict, and as we deal with a brain that's under chronic stress, we tend to want to turn outward, and we want to blame and we want to fix. And usually the last person we're looking to fix is ourselves. So I think that, just having, some people think it's hopeless. Oh man, the only thing I can control is myself. Why am I even bothering? But don't underestimate it. And the other way to reframe that, right, is that I do have control, 100% of control over something. And so that helps us kind of redirect our energy into something we can control. And again, like if one ship rises, everything rises, right? If the ocean rises, everyone rises. And so I think, just don't underestimate the power of digging in. None of us is perfect. There's always something a little bit more that we can be doing in terms of our own personal development. And I think putting our focus there helps us not to focus on the conflict.
Very, very true. I always say that when it rains, it pours, especially when one of the parents has a bad mood, then it almost spills over to the rest of the family. So even if I have a bad mood, then all of a sudden my other children have a bad mood and my husband comes in and it's just a whole mess. So instead of saying, well, there's nothing I can do, it's a loss of a day, like Melissa said, control yourself and see, okay, let's check in, let's see what's happening. Maybe I just need to kind of go away for 5 minutes and do me and have the possibility to calm myself down and get in touch to what my needs and my wants are at that moment. Should it be mom's or dad's or even children's needs, and help us understand that conflict management really starts with us. Mary, Melissa, thank you so very much for coming and for sharing your tips with us. And I do hope to see you and everyone else watching this on the inside of our summit this month.
Thank you, Melva.
Thank you, Melva.